Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nullius mod. This is Otaku Showboat, and today I am live processing my audio with equalization as well as dynamics, which is stuff that I did to the previous video in the post-processing phase. This time we're going to try this out using Streamlabs OBS, an OBS feature, not a Streamlabs feature, of adding live filters to the audio quality, and we'll see how that works. I have added very specifically I have added a compressor as well as an equalizer to the live processing of the audio in OBS. So hopefully my voice sounds really, really nice right now after a bit of normalization in post-processing. I do the normalization afterwards just because I do have a large range of volume when I speak, and the last thing I want is to clip. I don't want to clip beforehand, so I don't boost the volume before I have the chance to do some other work. It's really easy to increase volume than it is to get rid of clipping. Like, it's nearly impossible to get rid of clipping from being too loud. Anyway, the last time we met, we got through making the prototypes, mechanical prototypes, on the main bus, our new main bus. That's what I did. I finished up, did a whole bunch of iron processing, and set up this right here. Mechanical prototypes. Now, I will admit that this is the second time that I am recording this video. Again, had a previous video where we had to do this as well, just because the audio, I messed up. Of course, there's always going to be initial pains, but yeah, it was unacceptable. I had an expander going on my Streamlabs, for those of you wondering, for the first take, and yeah, it was set to bit too aggressively, and it was reducing the volume of me speaking when I was speaking at low volume, and yeah, that was not pleasant, to say the least. I am going to be swapping these recipes. Now, the reason to do this is that this inserter recipe uses fewer motors overall than the one that's here with the belts. And I would like to prioritize having stacks of 100 inserters at a time. That's going to be our step one for the day. What is our goal for the day? Our goal for the day today is to get ourselves, our sciences, on the bus. In the meanwhile, I also want to expand my power through the wind turbines. This time around, I think I want to just automate wind turbines. I think I should automate more, including these wind turbines. Unfortunately, that also means that I would have to automate pipes. But we can do that out of iron rods. The actual turbines need what? Where are those turbines? Motors, pipes, sheets, and gears. Well, alrighty then. Motors, pipes, sheets, and gears. Well, I'm only missing the thingies here for that. The plates. Set you first to pipe. Oh, this doesn't make the pipe out of things. I need a foundry. Let me make a foundry. Yes, build a foundry for me, thanks. That would be much appreciated. And as I do this, I will be cutting away from time to time so that I can actually get the infrastructure that I need. That's going to be our number one reason for cutting away outside of building just more, like placing more wind turbines, for example. So that's going to use rods. I'm going to need to move that one tile over so that you can get the rods brought in. It would be a decent idea to have a few of these separate, but you know what? I think we're not going to do that for the moment because I just want... Wait, where's... Seriously? Seriously? You require a medium assembler. Huh. Okay. I guess I'm going to replace a full-sized assembler, or just place one of my medium assemblers. We did start with a few of these. I'm unsure if I need them as them at the moment, but yeah, we're going to take this. It's going to take a motor, a pipe, an iron sheet, and an iron... Oh, an iron sheet and an iron gear. Okay, it doesn't need the... It doesn't need the plates. Cool. And from there, we'll make our wind turbines, but we also need power poles. This is a great opportunity for me to take wires and rods and plastic. Wires, rods, and plastic. Okay. I will need to get the wires and the plastic on the same belt. Now, this is going to be a little bit different than before. Oof. Dang. Yeah. So, that is not going to work exactly. You. Output priority left. Delete all of this. My motors will eventually come this way, but we'll worry about that later. Yeah. So that's going to be those. Yikes. There is very likely a much better way of doing that, but that is the way that came to mind first. Yeah, that's like 2 tiles off. I would need to cheat a little bit like that to get around on that first belt line. Oh well, or just do it over here. You know, or just do it somewhere else. Let's head on down to you. You take in the plastic, wires, and rods. Right. I'm gonna have to run this to here. Please give me these. Hey, how about getting this powered? That would be ideal. And then you can output into chests. And you know what? I would like to get some more pipe in a chest, just to have access to some full stacks of pipe as we go along. It was not my intention. Whoops, wrong button. To do any of this. It was absolutely not my intention to do any of this in this particular video, but we're doing it anyway. Because I want to have a consistent supply of power as we go along. For right now, as all of this gets produced and wonderful stuff begins to happen, and as I expand my motors to 2 buildings, vastly speeding up the rate of production of all the things, I want to do a couple of things. Besides, automating what we just automated. I want to process, or I want to get my science from over on the right side of my base to on the left side of my base. I also want to get my ores, bauxite, sandstone, onto my bus. And I want to start processing the sandstone into sand and deal with my excess gravel. I have an entire chest full of gravel. We're going to deal with that today. That is the plan. I need water filtration, flotation, and silica processing. That's all techs that I desire in my life. We are going to bring this up. We are going to bring this up. We're going to bring this here. Lane shenanigans. I love me some lane shenanigans. I am going to be bringing this belt line over to the main bus. It will take a little bit of infrastructure and building time. I will be back when I have finished. And we're back. I now have all of my my 2 sciences here, all of the 2, on the main bus. I am also going to be bringing this belt over. This belt, unfortunately, needs to be placed with some undergrounds in mind. I need to plop it there and bring it over. I will need regular belt as well, more regular belt, and unfortunately my automation of the regular belt isn't quite moving yet. Not enough time has passed for the automation to fully get underway. I do want to get this sorted at this point, so let me actually not make a couple of those and let me get more. Yeah, let me get more belt online. That helps. There, I will gladly take belt instead of undergrounds as used on the ground. And bring this over. Let's place that. That is necessary. And bring this guy up. Plonk those. Plonk this. And this is actually going to be up here for this belt. Ta-da! And that's going to be the sand, stone, and aluminium. Over here, as I continue building my other thingies, I'm going to keep grabbing pipe as well. In here, what are you missing? Motors, that's it. Good. Good. I'd rather you just miss the motors. Speaking of motors, this is going to use 0.03, and this is going to use up to 0.13. We are, in fact, making 0.13. But also, this is going to back up when it hits 100. And this will eventually back up as well. In fact, the inserter is too slow to offload 1.88 at a time. So there will be motors that will eventually make their way down. I'm not going to be worried about the motors here. Now I am, yeah, I am tempted to just do a hop here over instead of like really getting this on the thingy. That that way I will save myself a lane, basically. However, isn't that lovely having to do that? Let's bring that down. I need more underground belt. I need more belt. And for more belt, I need more plastic. It was suggested that I have a buffer at the beginning of the bus. It's only useful if I have power to power all the things, and that I actually have a buffer for stuff. I mean, I've got enough of these stored up, and I have enough of these stored up that I'm not going to have any trouble. And there's the belt itself is itself a buffer of stuff. I mean, I don't really need to throw things into a series of chests. And in fact, it's a bit more difficult to do that than you might think, because I can't just do an inline chest on a belt that has multiple items on it and maintain the integrity of the lanes. It won't behave well, to say the least. Can I do it? Yes. Will I do it? Not this time. I've done it in the past, and in the first take of this, I did do it, but you know what? I just don't feel like it. I just don't feel like it. Personal opinion. I don't want to do it this time. I have done it before, and I've never needed it. That's how I'll put it. When I've done it in other scenarios, other mod packs, I should say, it's never really been needed. Where is that lab? I went and I did this a little too close. Just the one tile too close. In, powered. Ta-da! We have science fully automated. The processing of science is now good to go until I get into green science, which I will do that for sure. Why not? This will pull in the closest ones first, but you know what? I'm gonna just take that off and stick that in manually from here. Well, now we get to do this. Oh joy, the difference that recording a video a second time makes is absolutely huge, because I have this ore belt up here already. And I'm interested in processing this ore and processing this sand, which needs a crusher. In fact, I will need a few crushers for that. I need bricks for that. Ah, yes, glorious, beautiful techs. I like tech. Tech is awesome. My previous video in the entirety of the raw footage was an hour long. And I didn't automate the pipes and the wind turbines. I manually made wind turbines. Ooh. I didn't automate my power poles either. I'm very happy that I have automated my power poles. I am exceedingly happy that I've automated these power poles. I've almost backed up on these inserters. The next few motors that come through are going to be glorious. Speaking of motors, I did a Shift C, didn't I? Yeah, pretty sure I did. To evenly distribute motors in my inventory. Okay, I now need Plastic for motors. Great. All of my plastic is currently being utilized. I have 2 whole units. Oh. Apparently that was enough. 2 whole units. Interesting. For 2 whole motors for a pair of miners. This gives you 2 small miners. This is something that I did not realize when building mining drills inherently. This gives you 2 of them on the output. It tells you there on it says products 2x small miner 1. I did not pay attention to that. I did not realize that, oh hey, you actually make 2 of them. I'm going to need another. I'm actually going to need another crusher. We're going to do this over here. So crusher the first is going to be crushing sandstone into sand. Crusher the next over here is going to be taking stone into gravel, and then crusher the final is going to be making not any of these. Actually, yes, this gray. It's going to make the gray landfill. Why will it make the gray landfill? Because it uses 5 gravel to 1 sand. This will give me 4 sand per stone, which is per gravel, meaning that I can have an excess of sand out of this. I can actually effectively have +3 sand out of this if I play my cards right and use my excess amounts of gravel for making this landfill over here. So that is exactly what I am in fact going to do. With a slight exception that this is going to go here and there for the sand and gravel. This is going to output to a thingy, which I'm going to input priority left and do that there. This will take sandstone in, thingy out, stone filter. Oh, hello. There's apparently going to be titanium and copper and aluminium. Oh boy. You are going to filter out the stone. Like so. And then you upwards. I need another splitter. Oh noes! Oh noes! I need a splitter. Hey, give me those. Wait, you need... Oh, you need just plastic as plastic. Uh-oh. Plastic. Hello. Hello, plastic. Give me a splitter. I actually need multiple splitters. Huh. And I need these. Yeah, because I need a splitter here, right? Da-da! Why do I have a... Oh, there. Like, why do I have an odd number of underground belt? Because that, right there. And this will be a different belt entirely, which will be terminating. Go away, you. Right there. I just need more of these. Oh hey, it's Belt. Don't you love Belt? I love Belt. Belt is awesome. And we need more tech. Huzzah. Masonry. Sure, why not? Illumination? How about this stuff? Ooh. This stuff and illumination. I'm actually working my way towards electrical engineering prototype. This electrical prototype is our next level of science. We need logic circuits, lamps, capacitors, and insulated wires in order to make this. The 3 of those 4 is unlocked at Electronics 1. It's going to need aluminium wire, polycrystalline silicon, plastic, and graphite. Oh gosh. Aluminium wire and rubber, graphite, plastic, alumina, and aluminium sheets. Glorious. So, aluminium processing. Great. Silicon processing is silica production. Based off of silica. Based off of course, our production of sandstone, our mining of sandstone. Now, this might be its own independent production zone. Oh, look, it uses the hydrogen chloride and the nitrogen. That's good that it uses these 2 things. I like things that use these 2 things, and it gives me 2 things that I can then either recombine or void from my plastic setup. Excellent. Excellent. That might free me and give me the ability to make more plastic at scale, but we shall see about all of that. There's also, lubrication or lubricant, silicon, methanol, and hydrogen chloride into lubricant, and hydrochloric acid. Oh gosh, hello. Just lots and lots of things. It's a car! It's a car! Why does it take a locomotive to build a car? I don't know. I really don't know. Apparently, trains require canister fuels. No. I'm gonna have to disagree. Wait, so this says it empties a canister in a barrel pump. Alright. Sure. I'll need to look and see what type of the fuel this is accepting, because this says it makes, out of hydrogen and oxygen, a hydrogen canister. Okay. How do you make a water canister? Because if it's these 2 things... so this hydrogen canister has a fuel value of 5. The spent result is a water canister. I see. I see what you've done. You then have to empty the water in a barrel pump before you can then pump in additional hydrogen and oxygen to use the thing in the thing. I'm going to imagine that this is used in the locomotives. Hopefully locomotives can keep a internal stock of water canisters, because that would be bad if they can't. And then there's this, which makes methanol canisters, which have a fuel value of 15. Spent result is empty canister. That vastly improves the, reduces the complexity. So I want to get up to there to reduce some complexity. That's what text should do sometimes. Rather than make things more complex for an increased output, it should just be like an upgrade where it becomes complex in an earlier part, but it gets rid of this more frustrating mechanic. by doing that. Anyway, so I have this big field of, quote-unquote, big field of wind turbines that I would like to expand greatly, and this is why I've decided to automate it a little bit. I also would like to mine more of the thingies. I also want to build a flotation cell. Yes, I did say flotation. I meant what I just said by flotation. It is actually not flotation, as I oftenly call it. It's FLOT, and that is actually spelled correctly, FLOT. It is short for flocculation, based off of the word flocculation. Look it up. It's like a really cool concept involving stuff in fluid. Just flocculating. It's like jumping. Think of it as like rapidly jumping things with flocculation. This is based around that concept, I'm pretty sure. And so the machine itself is named the way it is due to that. Give me power on the things, thanks, and give me a thing here. So the gravel, or the landfill, excuse me, has a stack size of 500 as opposed to 100 on the gravel. I very much want to, make use of the things there. Now to get this gravel out. Get back here, you. Hurry it up. There you go. Very much want to get this gravel up here. That's a little slow for you. Have another making those gears. Sounds good to me. In fact, I will move that there so you have access to double the inserters. I hope that works. I sure hope that works. Okay, let's unleash the gravel. We must unleash the gravel. Let's go. All the way up. All the way up with this. Oh. You know, it would help. Why am I an odd? Okay. We're no longer an odd number. There goes the gravel. Gravel good. I like gravel. I also like sand. In fact, I like sand so much that I'm going to load it into a chest. Ah, glorious sand. I like sand. Sand is great. It is fantabulous. Beautiful stuff. And as long as I have space for the landfill with its stack size of 500, I don't have to worry about backing up on gravel at all anymore. And that is my initial setup there for dealing with, or for making sand. So I can now make piped grounds if I really wanted to. Underground pipes, excuse me. They're no longer called pipe to ground. They are simply underground pipe. And that means that I could automate my underground belts. It's 10 belts plus 2 underground pipe ones to make the underground belt ones. And that means I could also automate the splitters, if I really so chose. I do so choose, but not right now. Not at this moment in time, just because we have some other things to think about, like silica, which is going to need saline water, not salt water, not the salt water that you get out of pumping, but saline water, which you have to get out of a hydro plant. So that's a little bit of a complicating factor there. And you also have to deal with the wastewater on top of that. Okay, well, with all of that said, I am also going to need graphite, which needs carbon monoxide as well as hydrogen. Okay, I've now unlocked crucibles, which will need silica. Glorious. Beautiful stuff. Carbon monoxide is dioxide plus hydrogen, and it gives me water. You can also return graphite into monoxide, but I don't see the point. Dioxide and hydrogen is methane as well, and then methane into ethylene, which will lead into plastic, which is part of that plastic chain. Okay. All right, I see. I see what you're doing. I see what you're up to there. I find it interesting that this has been keeping up with the motors. Hey, buddy, here, have motors. Just give me a few of these wind turbines, thanks. Ooh. Thanks for the belt, dude. I like belt. Belt is good. Well, I think in our remaining time here, we're going to look at graphite. And then maybe between streams, I'll look at the wind turbines and placing additional wind turbines. Maybe. I don't know. We shall see. This is going to use hydrogen. Gosh, sadly the hydrogen is only made here right now. Hydrogen. Product of the reverse process. Saline electrolysis. Ew. I want water electrolysis. From electrolysis 2, at what point do we get electrolysis 2? That's electrolysis 3. Electrolysis 2 is currently available. Excellent. I like what I see there. That is clean water into hydrogen and oxygen. Clean water as water, which... Okay, how are you getting water as water? Well, good luck getting water as water. Oh boy. This should probably be called pure water rather than just water. I mean, yeah, I get it. Desalination. Saline into water plus brine. That's how you're getting there. Desalination in a distillery. That is exactly that. And it loops back a little bit of that water when you make the graphite. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Can the brine be deleted? Yes. It can be deleted from the face of existence. It can be used to do salt. It can be used to do electrolysis with electrolysis 2, which is where I'm headed at the moment. Do I really need this? There's not too much of a point. I'll need rubber along the way, right? Yeah. So I'm going to need to get you and you and you. Oh boy. Well, at least all the science is automated, huh? And processing on its own without me having to walk back and forth to deliver that. I can make the distilleries. That's another interesting thing to think about. It will need filters, which I have to make in a... Oh. Huh. So for a period of time, I will, instead of, like, I'll have to reuse this for something else to make a supply of graphite, to make graphite, to start that process. Interesting. So I can have graphite for the thing. Yes, very, very, very interesting stuff's there. I think this is a good time to end off this video here, folks. What have we done over the course of the day today? Well, Well, over the course of the day today, we have actually done a lot of stuff. We have fully automated the processing of science. We have automated the production of sand and landfill. We have automated the production of pipes, as well as power poles, as well as wind turbines. Oh yeah, that's where all of the extra plastic is going. I forgot. It's all in the wind turbines. Right. It's using a bunch of that. And we are in fact getting a lot of our inserters and our belts online. Everything is looking glorious. Our bus has expanded. We are doing great. Dolly has decided to play the piano. Dolly is here to say goodbye to everyone on our fifth video. This has been a Talking Show, but if you've enjoyed today's video, please be sure to do all the social engagement stuff down below. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you've not yet subscribed, and hit the notification bell. Consider becoming a member of the channel by hitting that great big blue join button and supporting on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat if you're so inclined and able. I will be back when I'm back, and I will see you all on the next one as the kitty is trying to get away. As she's trying to get away. She's such a pretty girl. See you all in the next one.